Wbtv! 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 Wbtv!
Hello, I'm Emma Boor, and this is Wild Boor TV. I wonder what's going to be on telly today. Let's find out. I love birds. Do you love birds? Today, I've decided I'm going to dress as a chicken. Great. Now for some breakfast. Wow! You'll never guess what's in my cupboard. Look, it's a nest. A nest with an egg inside. Wow. I wonder if it's going to hatch. Let's take a closer look. Eggs are very fragile. Hang about, something's happening. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat. Crack, crack, crack. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat. Crack, crack, crack. No, little bird. I'm not your mum. No. I just look like a chicken today. Oh, don't cry. Look, we'll help you. We'll help you find your mum. Yes? What do you think? Let's go find her. Come on, off we go. Little bird, can you see any birds? Oh, over there. Maybe that's your mum. Let's go and find out. Mama, where are you? Mama!
Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. Oh, hello. I'm a green woodpecker. I live here in the woods. I'm not your mum. We're very different. Look, I've got 2 toes at the front and 2 toes at the back. And I've got this great big strong beak that I make holes in the tree so I can get insects out for me dinner. Your beak's different, isn't it? Oh, it is. Oh, good luck, little one. Goodbye. Oh dear. Off I go. Mama? Are you my mama?
Hello, I'm not your mum. You see, I'm a mallard duck and I live here at the wetlands just next to the pond. Look at my feet. They're very different to yours. They're webbed so I can push through the water and swim nice and fast. Also, I've got this bill that I use to sift the weed from the water for me dinner. You see, we're very different. Good luck, though. Okay. Bye-bye. Mama. Curlew, 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 curlew. Oh, hello there, little bird. Nice to see you. Oh, are you my mama? Are you my mama? Oh, no, I'm afraid I'm not your mama. You see, I'm a curlew. Look at my big long beak. I use it to dip into the mud so I can get lots of insects for my dinner. I like to dip it in, dab it into the mud, dab it into the mud, dab it into the mud. Oh, lovely. Also, I've got very long legs to help me move around the grassland, and it's very different to you, I'm afraid. Oh, no, I'm not a curlew. Okay, goodbye. Oh, goodbye, little bird, goodbye. Curlew, 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 curlew. La 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 la. Oh, hello. Oh, are you my mum? Are you my mama? Are you? Oh, no, of course not. I'm not your mum. No, I'm a grey heron. And I'm living here in the reed bed, that's right. Look at my large beak. I use that to scoop up fish whole and swallow them down. And then look at my long legs so I can plodge through the reeds. No, I think you'll find that you're nothing like a grey heron, are you? No, I can't be your mum. I'm a grey heron. Good luck, though. Oh, okay. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh, are you my mama? Oh, hello. No, I don't think I'm your mother. No, I'm a song thrush. Yeah, and I live here in the garden. You see, I've got a very spotty belly, and you haven't got one like me, have you? No, you're very different. Also, I bet you wouldn't like to eat what I eat. I like a nice juicy snail. Yeah, I take them and I bash them on the floor, and then scoop out the nice juicy bit in the middle. Does that sound nice to you? No, I didn't think so. Oh no, Mama, where's my mama?
Oh, little bird. I'm sorry we haven't found your mum yet. Hey, there's loads more to see in the kitchen. Why don't we keep looking? There's so many different types of birds in the world.
As you watch this video, see if you can see all types of things that I've made the shadows with. There's a feather, there's a potato masher, there's some plastic tongs, nutcrackers, the bottom of a steamer, some feathers, some pegs, and of course, some corkscrews. Look out for all these items, making lots of different types of birds.
sorry, little bird. Do you still not recognise which type of bird you are? Oh dear. Come on, let's get you back to the nest. You can have a rest and we'll start again in the morning. Come on. Don't worry, little bird. It's going to be okay. Oh, you'll never guess who's here. It's your mum. She's come back.
To make your own little birds, collect some card and a mug and a pencil. First of all, we're going to make a pom-pom. So we're going to draw around the mug to make a circle, like so. Then find something smaller, a smaller circle to go in the middle. I've got some tape here. I'm just going to place that in the middle of the circle and draw a smaller circle. It just needs to be rough. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then use your scissors and cut out 2 circles just like this. Take your circle and fold it over, and then we're going to cut out the middle circle inside. That's it, round we go. And do that with both circles. So you've got 2 hoops. Perfect. There they are. Then collect some wool of the colour you would like your bird to be. Take a piece of wool, quite a long length that you can work with, and snip it off. We're going to wind this wool around the 2 circles of card. Line them up and start winding the wool round. Go over that first flexible tail of wool sticking out. That will hold it in place. And then round we go. This is quite fiddly for small hands, but quite fun to do together. It should get easier once you've been round once. Here I am, working a bit quicker. Always tuck in loose ends of wool. Now I've folded over a piece of wool again and again and again to make a thicker collection of wool that will make the whole process a bit faster. So I'm taking the wool I've gone forwards and backwards with, and I will then add that to the reel, putting it all round in one go. You don't need to add too much wool, but you can keep going with different colours if you'd like to. It all depends on attention spans. I'm adding a different colour here. I've tucked in the tail of that white piece there. Now, once you've got enough wool on there, once you're happy with it, obviously the more wool, the fatter the bird, we're going to get a nice pair of sharp scissors, very sharp scissors, and we're going to try and cut down through to the cardboard so we can see where the 2 pieces of cardboard join together. Snip in And as soon as you can see the cardboard, you can try and start putting the scissors between the cardboard and cutting along. Here we go, and we're going to do this all the way round, taking our time. Being gentle so we don't lose any of the pieces of wool. Round we go. This is definitely a job for a big person. And some big scissors. And there we go, we've gone all the way around. There is our ball. And we can see the hole there. We need to keep an eye on that. Now we're going to take a wooden dolly clothes peg and our pom-pom and feed the end of the peg through, trying not to knock out too much wool. So it goes right through the middle, and that peg will make up the beak of the bird. Then we'll take another piece of wool, long enough to go all the way round the bird, and we will thread that through the two pieces of card, opening them up and poking it in. And then we're going to tie a really, really tight knot, as tight as we can, to try and hold that wool in place. So here we go with the first section of the knot, as tight as we can. It helps to have a thicker piece of wool so it doesn't snap at this point. And then another knot. You can tie as many knots as you like here. Keep it nice and tight. Very good. And then we're going to pull off the cardboard rings. Pass them over the peg and back the other way. If you don't want to use them again, you could always snip them off, but you might want to reuse and recycle them. There we go. And there is our bird. It's quite fluffy. I used quite a lot of wool on that. Now don't fiddle about with it too much. We want to keep the wool in place. I'm just going to trim it round. Any loose bits sticking off. There he is, our little bird, and fluff it up a little bit. Now I'm going to make some feet for our bird. I've just got a normal scouring pad here. I'm going to chop that in half. I've got a pink one because I'd like my bird's feet to be pink. I'm going to make them into a triangle. This is another job for a big person with your big scissors. I've cut a triangle and then I'm going to cut some toes for my bird by cutting 2 more triangles into the end of that triangle, pulling away the excess sponge. Now you could do this with card if you don't have a sponge. There we go. Foot number 1 and foot number 2. I'm just going to chop off that scouring part there. There we are. Okay, now because we've tied that pom-pom around the peg, we just need some extra glue to try and hold all the bits of wool in place. So generously glob PVA all around the front of the peg, like so, and then give it a little squeeze so it should attach to the peg nice and solidly. There we go. Oh, got a bit of messy glue there, just wipe that off the beak, and then I'm going to turn it over and do the same at the back there with extra glue, holding onto the beak as I do it. Lots of gloopy glue in to hold that wool in place on the peg. That's it. A bit more, and then I'm going to squeeze it down and attach it to the peg. Now I need to leave that to dry so it should be secure. There we go. Now I'm just going to pop some eyes on here. I'm going to use googly eyes, but you could use just circles of paper with pupils drawn on if you'd rather. Give that a try if you'd like to. Okay, I'm also going to put some feathers into the body for wings and one on the top for a sort of a headdress. So glue on the end of the feather, and then it can just be wedged into the side of the bird in amongst all the little bits of wool and then squidged down. That's it, give it a squeeze. And once again, left to dry. So I'm going for 2 wings, and then I'll just pop another one on the top there for his headdress. Lovely jubbly. Hello. I suppose you want some legs. Okay, so if you want to leave the wool that you tied the pom-pom with, you could also use that for legs dangling down. I'm just going to put an extra bit on here. Cut a piece of wool and tie it on the back of the bird. Tie it tight and then add another knot. These will make the bird's legs and will attach the foam to it. I'm going to do 1 knot on the top, then turn him over and another knot on the bottom. That should hold it in place. There we go. And they're the 2 bits of wool dangling down for the legs. There we go, little bird. You'll be able to hop about and catch yourself a worm or 2. Great. Now I've got a bodkin here, but you could use a wool needle. And I'm going to thread the end of the wool into the bodkin. And then that will help me push the wool of the bird's leg through the foam of the foot that we cut out of those scouring pads. And it goes. And I'm just threading the wool through and then deciding what length of leg I want there. And then I'm going to tie a knot. Take the bodkin off and tie a knot at the bottom there. And I'll do that with both legs and both pieces of foam. And that should hold the bird's legs and feet in place. Hello, little bird. Oh, it's lovely to see you. I hope you're going out for a flap later in the garden. Have fun.
Ah, that was really great. Well, that's all, folks. But don't forget to send me pictures of your puppets, letters about puppets, and some really short stories that I'll try and include in the show. Well, stay wild, stay safe, and see you again. Goodbye!
Write to me, and if you want to reply, send a stamped addressed envelope to Wbtv TV, PO Box 1132, Oxford, OX1 9UE, or email wildboartv@gmail.com. Wild Boar TV is a Technophone production filmed at home, supported by these companies. Thank you!